How's it going, everybody? ADK here. Welcome to the video. This is going to be a short little series on how to get your character started, what to look for, what to avoid, a little bit of reading the maps and stuff like this, just things that will make it a lot easier for you to progress in the game right off the bat. So we're going to start here with a new character. It's going to be a Druid. Because there are some interesting items that you can get straight from the beginning, like rune wards and stuff like this, but we will get to it whenever we get to it. Now, the first thing we're going to do is, I'm sure you've seen this before watching other people and stuff like this. If we can actually get into the game. Come on. And the loading screens in this. Absolute nightmare. Perfect, there we go. So the first thing we want to do is throw this out. You don't need a shield in the beginning because you're barely going to block anything. As you can see, average fall and chance to block is 50, and our block frame rates are absolute garbage, so I do not recommend it. If you do want to start with a Druid in the beginning, I would say summoning is very strong, but I would usually go for elemental. I just like to have more control over what you do, and we will go all the way until the fissure. It just destroys absolutely everything, so that is why we're going to get it. And now the first thing we want to do is follow this road. You can change the players count as well. I would recommend it as well. Go players 5, even 8, 7. It absolutely makes no difference for you in the beginning. The game is just pretty simple. I think we're actually on a higher count. Yeah, we are on players 8 here. I think I will leave it like that. So you can find it in options, gameplay, or right at the bottom, or you can just type in players 3, for example. You can see here game difficulty scale set to 3, players 8, and it actually goes only up to 8, so it kind of simulates that you have 8 people in the game. Yeah, so what we're going to do, just continue down this road, and whenever we see that the road actually splits off, so let's say going here, the road just continues straight here. Whenever it splits off, that's where the Den of Evil is going to be. So instead of going in there, we're going to open a TP scroll here, and we'll just continue walking. And that is because when we're done with Den of Evil, we still have to continue. And this way, I'm actually going to grab this stamina shrine. They're absolutely amazing because your stamina in the beginning is going to be horrible. Ignore her. Just keep going in the cold plains. You grab your waypoint, you go back to the city, and this way you don't have to walk all the way back to the Den of Evil, because there will be times that your Den of Evil is literally outside your city, and then you would have to walk all the way back out of the den, and then all the way back from the waypoint here as well. It's just, it saves you a good bit of time just doing it this way. Fulminating potions. I usually collect all the potions, stuff like this, because they sell pretty well. I'm going to grab some strangling potions as well. Yeah, all potions like that actually sell for a decent amount of money. What we will be looking out for is wands, paladin scepters and stuff like this, because whenever they have extra skills on them, you know that you can get 2 to might or stuff like this, they actually sell for a lot more, especially if you have like this one doesn't have anything, but this one we will use ourselves actually. 25, well, not yet. And yeah, the better the skills on it, it actually depends on the level required for the skill. So let's say if the scepters dropped skills for Druid, and if it dropped I don't know, maybe Direwolf. This will sell for a lot more, and I think mostly from what I've seen, if you only get literally for, let's say, Summon Grizzly, something with Summon Grizzly, 1 point or 2, it sells for 30k. So I mean, that's just one item that sells for 30k. That's amazing. You can do a bit of gambling with it and stuff like this. Buy better boots, better gloves and shit like this. So yeah, it really does make that much of a difference. So we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna go get Firestorm and get another one. You can change these as well, your hotkeys. I usually leave it like this, but from what I've seen, a lot of people actually do change them. I just don't mind actually having them on F1, F2. It will make your life a lot easier if you change them as a Summon Druid or Summon Necro, because they have so many different skills. That will be a lot easier to just put it on QA or whatever. That will make it a lot easier for you. So you continue with your Den of Evil. You get some really good levels in here as well, because you are on players 8. It is a bit, it is a bit slower, of course, but it will be a lot easier for you in the future if you do use players 8 right off the bat, because the amount of levels we will have, and we can get faster onto our fissure, which is going to make you super strong. I mean, damage output of fissure is absolutely insane. Perfect. Okay, do you know what, so we're not going to do the Den of Evil, there's no point, you can see, but yeah, you finish that, you go out of it, and when you want to leave and you didn't find any TV scrolls and stuff like this, because that can happen obviously, all you do is just leave your game and just play. And since it is single player, the maps don't reset. So there you go, you can just go here, straight away to complaints, and you continue your way. I usually avoid the second quest. I just don't bother doing it. Because, well, you don't really get anything out of it. The mercenary is not really worth it either. God damn it. It's not that good. Like, she will die straight away in the beginning, so I wouldn't really bother doing it. Yeah, players 8 is rough. God damn, they really are strong. Right, so you can just run through it, you don't really have to do it. What I would recommend doing first is, of course, the tower. The tower, for what reason? You want to do the tower because the countess will drop runes, and the way that works is you can run the whole tower on players 8, absolutely no problem. Just make sure that right before you kill her, change it to players 1, because if you don't, it just affects the drop for some reason, because her drop is actually a separate one. Oh, nice. Her drop is actually a separate one to her normal drops, so it kind of rolls different than her regular drops of like items and stuff. So she can actually drop on Nightmare, she can drop higher runes as her normal drop, but she will drop less runes as her rune drop, which is good to know, because always make sure that you can actually drop the runes that you want from her, instead of just running it for no reason, basically. When you come in here, if you want to do some Tristram runs for some reason, I don't know why you would do them on single player. On multiplayer, I know a lot of people actually do that. They level up to level 15 and stuff. if you, whenever you get, and that is online, so obviously your maps will reset, but whenever you want to find it on stony fields, just follow the road. It's always right beside the road, so it can be here, it could be here somewhere, it could be here somewhere if the road goes there, but it's always beside the road. So just make sure that you always get to it this way. So we get cold res there. Right, so we'll just continue here. Just follow the road onto the passage. Yeah, we're not doing too good. I think we might need to change the players count, because until we get some good skills and stuff, it's gonna be rough. Players, let's go 3. Yeah, 3's plenty, I'd say. Like, we're level 4, we barely killed anything. We didn't even do the Den of Evil, we didn't even finish it, so. Instead I just see 160, this only 175. Here. A lot of people wouldn't do that, just to put this strength into it, but I know that I will need this strength anyway, for some different items and stuff like this, so I will just buy it. We're gonna buy like this, I'm gonna buy 2 grand. Fuck it. There we go. Now, when you run the Countess, you want, especially for this character, since it uses quite a lot of mana. I mean, mana cost 4, this is only on level 3. It's insane levels of mana that you will need. I actually put some points in energy in the beginning. We'll talk about that later. The runes that you need from her, like the most important ones, will be Tal, Et, that is to make your stealth. That gives you extra run walk, extra faster cast rate. What else is there? Yeah, like some poison res and stuff like this. We're gonna put a picture on the side here so you can actually see whatever you can get from it. And then another one is Neftir, that's Nadir, and that will give you extra mana per kill, which is absolutely amazing because, as I said, it takes 4 mana every single time you use it. So you have 2 options. If you get a Neftir, you can either come here. Oh, there you go, perfect. You just get a cap, doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be a skull cap. You don't look at the defense, because defense is really just, it doesn't matter. For you, absolutely doesn't matter. 5 defense, it makes absolutely no difference. So just buy the cap, and then whenever you have 2 tiers, you can put 2 tiers. That will give you 4 mana per kill, which will be absolutely amazing, because if you just kill someone with one of them, you get all your mana back. And what else? Or you can make the Nadir. It gives you some extra bonuses there as well, but the most important will be mana per kill, so you might prefer to put 2 tiers in it. So yeah, that's totally up to you. And you can buy the chest here as well for your stealth. Again, can be a leather armor, can be a quilted armor, absolutely makes no difference. So what we're gonna do here is just buy a simple belt. That only gives us 2 extra, but that's all we need for now. Get our potions in there. If you wanna quickly put your potions in here, click shift and left click on them, and they'll go straight in here. Don't right click because you can drink. Perfect. Yeah. I guess we can continue in here. So these monsters that are in here, they're not going to be players 3, they will be players 8 because they spawned as players 8. But the ones that are be a little bit further down, they will actually be players 3 already. So as you can see here, it's still tough to kill them. Nothing we can't manage. So yeah, while we're doing this series, I think it's very handy. I think a lot of people started playing Diablo lately, especially with the D2R and stuff like this, and there's new updates coming out. So I'm sure a lot of people will be starting and they'll be like, oh, can I actually optimize my way of running everything? And the answer is most likely yes. I mean, a lot of things that you think you know, like I played this game since I was maybe 10, 11. I absolutely fucking love it. I always come back to it like every year or something like that. Whenever I get sick of it and it's like, ah, fuck it, I'm just gonna play something else. Then I stop playing it for a while, but I always come back because it's just an amazing game. And the thing is that, yeah, there is so many different things in this game that you still don't know, and I don't know. And the people who play this game every fucking day for crazy amounts of hours, they still don't know. There is stuff that they don't know, like how to optimize your runnings and stuff. And it's just, it's crazy. Like you'll be surprised how complicated this game actually gets. Gotta be careful in here. Player 3 didn't help us that much, but we're gonna leave it at it because, yeah, we need the levels. Stamina potions, if you find any, just pick them up. Always a good idea because, as I said, your stamina is very shit in the beginning, and you will need it just to run around. There is a way to run this map. I don't know why I actually went this way. I should have explained it. Whenever you go out here, just keep going straight. If there is a possibility for you to go straight in here, just go straight. Don't go in there because this is a little camp. That's not the way forward. If I could, lovely. Setting good levels, so that's always nice. Right, so if you have something like this, I will go in here, and there you go. Now, in the beginning, I don't bother with cane, so all you do is whenever you get out, just follow the road. That's usually the case actually with the maps in the first act. Most of the time you just follow the road and that's it. Give me that potion. Thank you. Thank you. And we will soldier on. Decorating lovely. Oh, here, Black Marsh. Very important place for us. So what we will do is we will actually run around and see what we can get here. Okay, the map is closed in here. I never actually found out if there is any way for finding the tower, like the most optimized way. I don't think I've ever found it, so just run around and see if you can get it. The best would be if you get it right beside your waypoint. It will happen sometimes, not all the time. So if you do get it, amazing, man. Absolutely perfect. Unless you're a Sork and it doesn't matter. But yeah, there you go. That's our tower. That's what you're going to be running for a while before you get all your runes and stuff like this. A well is always nice. And now we just got to find our waypoint. Has to be somewhere in here. Sometimes these maps they get ridiculous because you get a perfect, amazing. You will get a river running right through it, and then, like, since we have no teleport and stuff like this, you will have to find where is the bridge, and you have to walk over the bridge. So let's say your map is, the river is here, your waypoint is right here, and your tower is here. You have to go all the way here to pass the bridge, go into there. Just waste a lot of time. Like, we actually get a really good one. Our waypoint is right beside it, so that's always nice. I'm actually going to go into players 1 on this straight away. Well, no, players. We will actually go back to 3 because this is a really good place to level up as well. So it's not just the runes that you're running in here. Like, runes are really nice and stuff, but the amount of experience you will get here, like, you can go all the way up to level, like, I would actually many times go up to level 17 and stuff. That's how good the experience in here is. And I mean, level 17, you have your fissure ready, so we're level 6, and it will be very fast getting to these levels. I mean, especially if we kill a lot more things on the way here. There we go. Always try to run away from that. If we killed a lot more things on the way here, we would be a lot higher level as well. That would be a lot nicer, but we didn't, and that's absolutely fine. Nothing to worry about. You can see still you have that was a champion, no problem. And we are in players 3 as well, so that's the good thing with casters, that you don't actually have to, you know, stand face to face with them. Especially with fissure, because fissure you just place down and that's it. So when you're here, check if she's not cold enchanted, because if she is, just run. Yeah, there you go. Oh, archers in this fucking game. Okay, we didn't die that far away. We can just run it back. Yeah, sometimes when you see them, just run. They're really not worth it most of the time, because, like, yeah, the XP is nice and shit, but they can fucking murder you very fast. Like, she wasn't really, like, very well enchanted either. It was literally just, what, fire enchant, that's it. Which means when she dies, she explodes and she gets extra damage from fire as well. I tried to kill her because the XP is really good as well. You actually get a lot more % of experience from them, especially the minions as well, not just the boss. So yeah, we'll just ignore her. We're getting on. Okay, stamina potions, that's fine. We'll just keep going. Oh fuck, another one. Yeah, and she's called enchanted. Run. Yeah, especially if she's cursed as well. If you get cursed and the minions, they hit you, you're fucking dead. there's no hope for you, man. There is no hope for you. And they get even worse on Nightmare, because on Nightmare they don't need to be cold enchanted to deal cold damage, basically. And it will actually slow you down if you don't have cannot be frozen and shit. So that is fuck, another one. Right, we'll just skip it. Oh, that's very unlucky. Right, let's keep going. Get that ghost. They're actually nice. They drop a lot of mana potions, so they might be worth killing. I think we will kill these. No, we will not. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's rough, but the moment we get our fissure, you will see that it just gets so much easier. Oh, you. Okay, what we will do is a nice little trick to kill them in the beginning, because it will be rough. We should have changed that into players 1 actually. Let me buy potions. If you want to buy the whole thing, shift right click and it buys all of these here. It will not buy them in here because you have your mana potions here, so all you have to do is just do this and it will only buy here, nothing extra in here. We'll sell this one, and the nice thing about them is if you sell it and you buy it back, they actually full. So like you see, this one have quantity of let's see, 25. If I buy this one, it will be 25 as well, even though when I sold it, it wasn't 25. So that's a nice thing as well. It's same with arrows and stuff like this. So we will use the gas potions. I will use the gas potions. They deal pretty decent damage, and whenever you get in there, you just run around. can you change? It did, okay. So, yeah. Damage. We might run with this actually. So get in there and run. Throw your potion. Throw your potion. Ooh. And it will just slowly die. When you can run around. Don't worry, no shame in a little running. You'll be able to tank him later. And there you go, Tal it. That's actually pretty good. It, whatever, but the Tal one is amazing. That is what we like to see. This chest only opens once. So the first time you kill her and actually finish your quest. And then it will just do nothing next time you come here. But we do have our Tal room. That is amazing. And yeah, let's go out. And let's do it again. You can get super lucky and do all this in 2 runs. Like that happened to me before. I literally went in there and I got Tal et the first time. Then I go again left here and that's it. And you're done. You don't have to do it anymore. There's 3. Ah shit, we should have done that before. This is actually a super good group. They will give you a lot of XP. There we go. It's actually the molten boulder is a bit better, I think, right in the beginning. As you can see, like we kill them a lot faster. Let's see here, maybe we got something with 2 sockets. 2 sockets, 1, 2. There you go, hard leather armor for our Tal et. Very good. Now let's continue. Now there's areas which will spawn the champions all the time. Like in here, from what I've seen, I feel like there's always a champion in here. There is other maps as well whenever there is 2 bodies that are burned on a stake, and then the map literally goes like this and like this, and it will be here. That's usually where a boss is as well, a boss group. That's usually where I found it. I don't know if it just works like that or if it actually is just like it. But yeah, that's where I usually found them. Oh, yeah. God damn it. Fuck's sake. Right. Another important thing that I did not mention is putting points in your fatality. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because we're just getting absolutely fucking destroyed in there. No. Firestorm and Volcano. Now, what do we do? Do we keep going to Molten? As you can see, it's a bit better, but I mean, in 2, 3, 4 levels, we're gonna get Fissure. So it gives us nothing for Fissure. As you can see here, you have bonuses from Firestorm and Volcano. Volcano is all the way here, and Firestorm is this one. So I would actually prefer to put some points into Firestorm and kind of survive the next 4 levels to get Fissure, because as I said, when you get Fissure, you're just blasting through it, absolutely blasting. So we will go 2 points in the Firestorm, and the Molten Boulder gets a little bit stronger as well, because fire damage per level you get from Firestorm too, so that's not all bad. Okay, let's go back in there. Yeah man, archers in this game are absolutely fucking just crazy. They're absolutely mad. Right, let's continue. Yeah, and if you have any questions or anything like that, if you feel like I've said something wrong, or you know, if you know the correct answer and stuff like this, make sure to say it, man. I would love to hear it. I mean, I'm learning about this game every day as well, and that's the beauty of it. That's the best part about this whole thing. So you can actually learn every fucking day, and it's like, oh, I've been playing this game for about 10 years and you're still learning, you know. That's like, how many games do that? Most of the games you just play, and then after a few hours, like, oh, what else is there, you know? What else can you do? In this one you gotta run, you gotta do tactics and shit, like, oh, maybe I want to fight this monster, this one probably not. You just skip him and shit like this, you know. And it's actually viable because, like, if you're gonna die, you're gonna die. You're not gonna get anything out of it. So, alright, let's continue in here. Oh yeah, these maps as well. I should probably talk about them. About 90% of the time I run them, your next level will be on the left. So as you can see, you go in here, and if you're going always the first turn left. So I don't mean like here, yeah, it's on the right, but if you're walking as the way that he's walking and you turn left, that's where your entrance is. And that's about 95% of the time it's like that. There is an odd few times that you will have to go or like around and stuff like this, and will actually be on the right or straight on, but most of the time I would say just head left if you didn't find the maps already. Just go left, and then 95% of the time your next level will actually be on the left. Oy, cold enchanted. There she is. Yeah, as I said, try to avoid if you see a cold enchanted monster, when they die there is an explosion of a radius of something like this, and that will freeze you as well, and that will freeze you for a while. So like, just try to avoid it when you see that her health is low and you think, oh, one next boulder and that's it, she'll be dead. I'd say just, oh shit, no, just try to step away. Especially as a caster, you can do it. As a melee character, you probably cannot, so you should focus a lot more on getting cannot be frozen a lot earlier than I would, for example, because what is the point? I can just run away. But there you go, 2 Tal runs, not too bad. They'll be useful in the future anyway. Okay, so after a few more runs, we are level 11. We actually got our runs. So we got an Ort, 2 tiers, we got a Nef as well, Tal at another Tal, we got an Eat, another Tal here, and L. Pretty good. So you think, oh, we can make the amazing armor that you were talking about. Well, not really, because it's only from level 17, I believe, you can use it, and we're only 11. It's same with the helmet as well, because as you can see here, our tier runs require level 13. But I will show you the items, because let's see here, yeah, that one's perfect. Throw this out. We get our armor here and the cap. So we got 2 choices. We can either put tier and tier, as you can see, 2 mana after each kill, or we can make a Nadir, Nef tier. I think Nadir would be worse, but just for the sake of making it, so Nef tier, and you got Nadir. Only 2 mana after each kill, because 1 tier, obviously. You get Cloak of Shadows, you get a minimum gold from monsters, minimum light radius, a lot of minuses there. But you get 5 to strength, 30 for defense versus missiles, stuff like this. It's not the worst, but it's, I think 2 tiers would actually be better, because that's the only thing we benefit from. And then the armor, so Tal Et, and you get stealth, 25 faster run mark, 25 cast rate, 25 faster recovery. These first three are absolutely fucking amazing. Just madness. Regenerate mana would be very useful for us as well, because like our skills will use a lot of the mana. You get maximum stamina. That's nice as well, you know. Like we only have 109, so 15 max stamina, not too bad. 50 poison res, whatever, and magic damage reduced by 3 in the beginning. It might make a bit of a difference, but later on not really. So yeah, and I'd say that'll be it for now. In the next video we'll be running from the tower to doing and finishing the act 1. There's a few other things that I might show you on the way there, and then we might do some quests in Act 2 as well. We'll see how we get on with time, but yeah, thanks for watching, and if you know any other tips or something like this I could have done better on the way there, let me know. Make sure you let me know. I love learning from stuff like this as well, and I hope you find it helpful, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers.